Down, which starts today. We now go back to our reporter Hasina Gori, who is, we understand, with the MMC for Environment and Infrastructure, Nico de Jager. Hasina, a very good morning to you once again. What's the latest?
Good morning. Yes, this time we're at the city of Johannesburg and we're speaking with the MMC for infrastructure and environmental issues. We're going to get an idea of the impact, but also the contingency plans that are in place. We do know that the major shutdown while Iran water goes through that maintenance is currently underway. We do know that contingency plans are in place, and Joburg residents have been told to calm down and not be scared that the taps will not run dry. But to get more information on that, we have the MMC. Good morning. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Can you give me a sense right now of what are some of the contingency plans that are in place in the first few hours of this shutdown?
Thank you very much. Yes, I can reassure you that I've spoken to Joburg Water probably about 20 minutes ago, and they've actually informed me that since the shutdown, our reservoirs have actually improved in terms of water levels. So we are still very much confident that by the end of the shutdown period, the work being completed, we will still have sufficient water for residents across the city.
Can you quantify for me on a normal day in the city of Johannesburg how much of water is consumed, and how would the shutdown and not getting water from that one purification plant affect the entire output?
Yeah, Johannesburg received water from a number of bulk pipelines. One of them being this specific B11 pipeline coming via Vereniging. In Johannesburg, we use roughly 1.8 billion litres of water per day. As a result of the work, the maintenance work that's being done, it is believed that we will only be able to get up to 1.5 billion litres of water a day. So there'll only be a shortfall of 300 million litres of water a day. It sounds like a lot, but it's quite easy for us to then, what we do on our side is to just restrict the flow from our reservoir. So it's like taking a tap and just closing it a little bit so you have less pressure, and that's about the extent of what we will feel if it comes to that. But at this point in time, there is no reason for anybody to panic or to stockpile. Stockpiling only means that you're going to waste water at the end of the day.
We know that some areas have been warned that they might be affected more than others. Can you give us an indication of which areas these are?
Yeah, those areas are not particularly in Johannesburg. Those are areas, other municipalities, smaller municipalities with less capacity probably in terms of their reservoir capacity. In Johannesburg, we are still fine and still believe that the impact felt will be minimal. It is, if we do run into problems, it will be in the high-lying areas, and there we can use an example like Northcliffe, for instance, where you pump water from the reservoir to a water tower, because for water distribution we use gravity, and where we then have to pump water and you have a restriction in flow as well, that is where we will have or might have pressure problems. But at this point in time, that's not even an option. We don't even think that will come to that.
Let's just explain to the viewers why this pipeline is so important and how it will impact and benefit us in the long run.
Absolutely. The pipeline is used to bring raw water from the dam to the purification plant. That's first of all. The work that we're doing is to install a valve, a butterfly valve, a valve that can be dropped at any point in time to either restrict flow if the on the Rand water side, if the purification plant, if that is full, then we restrict flow. Or if there is a burst on that pipe, you use the valve to isolate. So you shut down, so no water can then go past that valve or come past that valve. That is what the importance of this is. So without that, you will have enormous wastage. So this is a critical job for us to do as we are moving towards the maintenance.
Thank you so much. That was the MMC speaking to us about the impact as well as the contingency plans in place for that 2-day shutdown by Rand Water on one of their purification plants, and yet again reassuring the residents of Johannesburg that there's no reason to panic, no reason to stockpile. He actually said that that would be wastage of water, and basically telling Johannesburg residents that carry on as normal, there will be water in the taps and you can go about your day-to-day because the reservoirs can hold at least 2 days of supply.
Hasina Gori, live for us in Johannesburg. Thank you.